We're gonna redo that. Hello, Novita. Hello, and hello, anybody else. Why am I fuzzy? Fuzzy before? There we go. Hello. I'm still fuzzy. I don't know why I'm fuzzy. But welcome back. I'm fuzzy. We're back with more We the Revolution. I am in my perfect, pristine, gray button up. This is very uncomfortable, but I'm going to commit to it as long as I can until I feel like I'm suffocating and this keeps hitting against my neck. But today we begin Act 2. I really loved the end of Act 1. It was crazy. Bunch of stuff. We ranked up in the French society. We found our I'm gonna see it's already getting to me. We found our son murdered. What else happened? My voice is low? What do you mean my voice is low? Like I sound quiet? Do I need to go How do I sound now? It sounds fine to me on the YouTube side. Let me, I don't know why. I should sound fine. Everything is reading fine on OBS. Are you pranking me? I know you're not actually. I maybe try restarting because it seems fine to me. But yeah. So we moved up in French society. We lost our son, our youngest son, because we do have an older one. Prison is outlawed. There's only the guillotine or death. We are very popular. Everybody loves me, and I'm still paranoid that this is going to lead to me having a terrible crash down. We'll see what happens. Now you got me all self-conscious about my stuff. No, you're right. It's not just you. No, it's not just you. I'm sounding muffled. I wasn't before. What's the matter with you? Ah, ba 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 ba. Yeah, see, even me speaking at the loudest volume is not peaking that mic. Why are you quiet? I can't catch a break, I swear, with these tech issues. What could be your problem? I don't know. Is it because I have this on? I don't think that would affect it at all. I don't know. What a great start to the stream is tech issues. I'm not hating on you at all, Novita. I actually thank you for letting me know. I sounded clearer just now? Do I sound good right now, or like I sounded good a second ago? So like I did turn my gain up on my mic from what I was. Now I'm not as muffled. If I do that, am I still muffled, or like all I really did was just turn up the gain of the mic. Now I gotta listen to myself again. I'm very glad you can't hear my phone playing. I'm so sorry for these tech issues. I'm a professional streamer, by the way. I've been at this for 5 years. It sounds weirdly scuffed. and I don't know why. Chris, thank you for the hydration check. Yeah, probably. I'll have to check it after stream. Ba 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 ba. Sorry if that was loud. So should I turn the gain up more? Yeah, it was fine yesterday. Like, I literally have not changed anything. Is it picking up the right mic? Yes, it is. The gain is on. I could bring it closer, but it's never this close to mine. Hate. This is the part of streaming I hate. I truly just really technology, especially audio. Yeah, it's got to be a driver's. Peter Piper, Peter Piper, Peter Piper, Peter Piper, Peter Piper, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Okay, so we're gonna try turning up the gain more. Hello, my name is Dude Man. Hey, I'm Jake. I'm a variety streamer with a focus on Project Winter, who doesn't always love playing games. Okay, I'm turning it down. If I turn that off, does that make it any better? I sound normal now. Okay, hello. Hello, hello. And I'm going to turn it back on just to check. Hello, hello. I'm scuffed again? Yeah, I had like a echo remover that turned on in my settings. I just found the... So, like, I guess it was muting my voice as well. We should be... Are we good now? Are, like... It sounds better to me, but I don't listen to myself. Definitely better. Okay, we're gonna... Hopefully, if you think it still gets bad or whatever, let me know. I just turned off an echo. There was like an echo filter on, like to muffle echo. Ah, ba 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 ba. I'm doing loud so I can test my audio levels in OBS. It could be because I'm speaking softly too. Like, I'm not like, hey guys, how's it going? Hi Novita, hi Chris. I'm just kind of mellow. But anyways, after almost 15 minutes of tech issues, we are very popular in France. No prison, only death. My son's dead. And there is a tragedy 2 streets away, and people are calling for a judge. The guard hurriedly leads you to the crime scene where you see a furious crowd of people. They have surrounded several armed soldiers who are trying to repel the civilians from 2 men facing the wall. You soon learn that Commander Francis Henriette has in absentia ordered the execution of felons who tried to steal weapons from a military transport. People are demanding your intersection and a fair trial, but it would be unwise to contest the orders of the commander, especially one who... Approval, the confused soldiers eventually listen and take you to jail. Someone will pay for the damage to the commander's reputation. Didn't I do this already? Traitor, we want our bread!
hungry and desperate people start discussing possible conspiracies, it is better to stay away from their suspicions. The defendant may introduce himself. My name is Alfred Renor. I'm a baker. Citizen Renor, you were... I didn't read the notes yet. Accused of causing the deaths of several children. I didn't kill anybody. I would never hurt a child. I have not used a knife, but he is still guilty. Heartless bastard! Alright. Let me, get all spiffy here. Alfred Renor is a 43-year-old. Sorry. I'm getting into this. I feel powerful with this collar, even though I don't have a tie. Alfred Renor is a 43-year-old baker from the northern Parisian suburbs. Renor has been accused of causing the death of several children from the neighborhood. The defendant and his wife have 2 sons and a daughter. Witnesses claim he is a man of few words but sympathetic. He would not refuse to sell bread on credit, neither did he ever add sawdust to flour. During the investigation, his house was searched and no monarchist materials were found. The lawsuits against the baker were filed by 3 women that blame him for the death of their children. In total, 8 minors were found dead. The cause of death was confirmed by a Parisian doctor as hunger. Tragic, Red. Also, hi. A week earlier, those women, together with a small group of neighbors, tried to force the baker to sell them bread, or at least some flour. According to witnesses, there were no more than 15 people standing in front of the bakery. Renor categorically refused and threatened to call the guard. When the hungry people asked him to increase the production of bread, he refused again. On the next day, the mothers who are now accusing him once again paid a visit, and once more were not able to buy bread. The investigator, assisted by soldiers, found a large supply of flour in the bakery's stores. It's hard to prove whether the death of children was caused solely by the baker's behavior. The baker testified he was buying his flour from a peasant in the countryside. However, nobody has ever seen him in Paris. People are gossiping that he is conspiring with the Austrians. Many believe that the Habsburgs are trying to fight the revolution by starving the citizens of Paris. The accused couldn't explain his reasoning for not selling bread and would only say he didn't have a choice. Evidence is a purchase ledger. So he's getting accused of death for not feeding bread. Questioning because that's he was forced to. Purchase ledger is the evidence. Accused of the death of children. The other, treason. Also accused of treason. Mysterious supplier. Dummy. Dumb. Parents is the accusation. No. Counter-revolution. Using to help. Oh lord, I already messed up. Hostile tactics is the... Using to help a mysterious supplier. What's gonna ask right now? Only, there's a lot of questions do I have? Questions to reveal. He used and threatened to call the guard. He refused again. On the next day, the 3 mothers were not able to buy any bread. That has to be the witness, yeah. So there's 3 questions left. He's accused of refusing to help. It has to be counter-revolution. It's a counter-revolution. Okay, okay. Deductive reasoning. Is it true you refused to sell bread to those 3 women? Yes, they came asking me for bread. They were pushing money into my hands, even more than they were supposed to. And he yelled at us. Did you tell him that you needed it for your children? Yes, and he still refused. Have you no conscience? I asked them politely, yet they wouldn't leave. Why did you refuse? I had no other choice. What does that mean? According to the purchase ledger, you had enough bread to sell to those women and many other clients besides. I have now, but who knows what will happen soon. Will there be another supply? The true younger has yet to hit us, and I have a family to support. How long will they be forced to survive on my current supplies alone? We had children too. Storing it all for your own use? My family, yes. Is that really a crime? Eating every day. Luckily, yes, but I'm not sure how long it will last. Bastard, did you hear him? Imperial sellouts! Are you an Austrian spy? Citizen? I didn't reply, as I would rather not insult you, Monsieur le Juge, because the only suitable answer is that whoever made this rubbish up must be an idiot, and I apologize, Monsieur le Juge, if it was your idea. Many people are saying that something was amiss. I can't even speak their language! Some simpletons have made up this ridiculous accusation because they can't properly manage their own lives. Who are you calling simpletons, you selfish bastard? How is your flour delivered? I collect it myself every Saturday. So you regularly travel out of town. Does anybody else go with you? No. Why? Because of the suspicions about you being a spy and conspirator. Bravo! The judge has exposed the traitor! Why would it be strange that a baker travels to the countryside once a week to collect flour? Why would it be strange that someone who regularly travels is recruited as a spy? That's absurd. Call in for the witness. You were the one who traded with the defendant? Please introduce yourself. And is my name. I'm a peasant and a miller. I traded with them, Monsieur le Juge. Why not? Did I do something wrong? How long have you been trading? 6 years.
I hate this. Oh no. My brain is rotted. Oh, this is before this game was made years ago. I laughed at 6 or 7. Judge. It's really not that funny.
6 or 7 years now. Did you notice a change in the defendant's behavior recently?
You hear it. Oh, yeah.
Moving on. Order! Dun 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 dun. Order in this court. No, he was kind, like always, though he tried to convince me to trade only with him. Say, was that not a suspicious request? I agreed. Why would I care? He always paid well and was buying enough. I mean, sure, it was odd he had that much money with him, but that's none of my business, right?
Oh, God.
Did any of your other clients regularly buy such quantities of flour? It was unusual, yes, but I don't know why he needed so much flour. But these are difficult times, and he always paid in advance. People have often asked if heard deferred, but he never has. Imagine a young person just... 6 7. 6 7. No one never asked for a deferred payment. Screens must have paid the baker well for his information so we could buy all that flour. And is a strange name for a Frenchman. My father came from Hanover. Is the citizen aware that we are also at war with Hanover? So what? My father is dead, and he can't. I've changed this guy's voice like 7 times, maybe even 6. I was born here.
Please call in the witness.
Please introduce yourself. Arnaud Lemont. I examined the children. Could you describe your conclusions after examining the children? They were weakened and gaunt, clearly malnourished. They must have been in that state for some time. A few loaves of bread from the baker have helped to avert the tragedy. You cannot give a starving person bread on an empty stomach. That usually has a disastrous effect, and no, a little bread would simply postpone their death for a few days. How dare you! Perhaps in those few days the parents would have been able to find more food. Perhaps. Think about the Austrian plan to starve all of Paris. This is just ridiculous. One baker? People talk of dozens. In my experience, people often talk nonsense. A large group of uneducated people will always look for a simple answer. But let us assume for a moment that those rumors are indeed true. Would such a conspiracy of bakers lead to the deaths of a large number of people? I guess it would, yes. Many Parisians eat mostly bread, so the number of deaths would increase. Have you noticed an increase in the number of people starving to death? Yes, but I don't really think it's the result of a plot. The other reasons, too. Food supply troubles in the war, and the chaos caused by them both, too. Good thing we figured it out. Treason! Is that gonna go back up? They give him innocence. Let him be innocent, because he's a selfish POS, but he doesn't deserve to die for it. Lion stamp. Bunk. Why did the defendant not share his supplies? He kept them for his family. It was found during the investigation. Supply of flour. Was his act counter-revolutionary in nature? No. Did he confess to the crime? Button? Yes, this is a very serious matter. This is the court of law, Dinosaurus. Anybody that addresses me shall call me either Your Honor or Judge Manaug while present. The defendant has not committed any crime. Please release Citizen Alfred Renoir. Objection! I demand the defendant be punished. Your children don't know hunger, do they, Judge? The judge surely conspires with the Austrians. We want a different judge. That's so not true. Next, are we now doing... Oh, no.
Frédéric.
Thank you, Dino, for 47 months. Thank you for the prime. My son is dead, but this prime will make me feel a little bit happier on this dark night. My wife hates me. My son is dead. You should assemble on Rivals this weekend if you play. Oh yeah, of course, of course. Howard needs to learn how to deal with stage fright if he wants to be a professional musician. Your family's last ray of hope. And now we're at war. God, how intense this gets. Beat 'em up.
Beat him up. Statue has reached another level of development. You can now seize another building. Man, didn't I just beat up a guy? What is another guy doing here? Keeps my influence, I suppose. I own that one, do I? Their fervor. He's fighting. I have no influence points. Whenever you finish a stage in construction, you will be able to seize another building. I have 2 of them already, so let's get the political salon. What happened to all my... Two influence today? Yes. Hierarchy. This is us, Fidel. Potch is dead, but Roland. I didn't have to execute them. Why do we have a hype train? Did somebody do something and not share it? Thank you. A private subber, I'm guessing. We do still have somebody unknown. It's interesting. Doing any plot right now either, I don't think. Day 2 of Act 2.
Good morning, citizens.
Pierre!
You did not hurry here, did you? A long night.
Citizen Robespierre, to what do we owe the...
Vendée, there was a rebellion.
What? Who started it?
People. Traitors. They are yelling that they have had enough of the terror of the revolution. Some say they want bread. Others, that the clergy continues to oppress the people.
And there are those who shout, "To hell with Robespierre's terror!"
You speak too freely, citizen. Enough with the lenient verdicts. Enough with indulgence. I will deal with Vendée myself, but I need the situation in Paris. And I need you to get rid of the undesirable, the element that undermines the sense of the revolution. Fear will help them think more rationally, to believe in its message. You must bring peace to the capital city, even if that means blood.
And what about legal equality? Justice?
Terror is nothing but swift justice.
Talk for a short man. Sorry, Dino. Guillotine it is. Archbishop Jean-Baptiste Goebel was the one who made the decision on the death of your child. He should be the next target. I have no proof of that, though, do I? I have no proof it was Goebel. Turn this back on the Pope, though. Maybe we'll get more information about him later on. Let's read the case file before fighting. Fighting before talking. Raphael Chalopin, theft. In the dock is Genevieve Lucier, a resident of... Sorry, I always the compiled by. I always mistake sometimes is the thing. glorious day of the court. Section Bon Noël Rune Ponas. I'm so sorry for any French watchers or knowers. Citizen Luzier is employed as a seamstress, but each Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday she works at night as a caretaker at a warehouse on Rue du Clair. When asked why he would employ a woman in a specifically male position, the owner of the warehouse, Antoine Tellier, replied, "All the men went to war and there's no one left to work." She's accused of stealing 1/6 of the contents of barrels of cane sugar that were imported from the colonies. Citizen Tellier claims that the incident occurred sometime between last Friday night and Saturday morning during Genevieve Lucier's shift. He would also like to enlighten us about the current price of sugar. It is high. The owner testified, which has been confirmed through an on-site investigation, that no windows were broken and neither the front nor the back door were forced open. After ending her shift, Citizen Lucier did not report any unusual occurrences. The missing sugar was reported by the workers from the morning shift. The investigators went through the register and found that for some time there had been small losses after night shifts. Genevieve Lucia Seamstress, middle-aged widow, mother of 5, supporter of the Jacobins. Antoine Tellier, spice merchant, apolitical. Many of his suppliers and clients view him as greedy and cunning, although it must be said that people who lack this trait will not thrive as merchants. Evidence is the warehouse register and Antoine Tellier's testimony. His testimony is, Mrs. Lucier has been working for me for some time, and I had complete trust in her. That's why I didn't react before when I noticed small amounts of merchandise missing, just the usual business losses, I thought. This time, however, someone stole a larger amount, and only Miss Lucier had access to the goods in question. This case strikes me as obvious, or do we not know something? Please introduce yourself.
Genevieve Lucier, I am a seamstress.
You stand accused of stealing sugar from Citizen Tellier's warehouse.
I stole nothing! Tellier's a liar!
Spoken like a true thief. He put a woman in jail because rats ate his sugar. Okay. So, they want him guilty, the innocents want her. Try and go for acquittal to keep the people happy, and she's only a thief. We're not going to execute a thief. Let's ask the questions. Five is her circumstances? No, mother of 5 is her personality. 5 is her motive. I hate freaking. Seamstress. Cunning. Trust is the testimony. It's literally the testimony. It's a bad one for me. It's not my best work. She's accused of stealing 1/6. She's accused of stealing. She's accused of stealing that. Hi, Banny. Welcome in. Please address me as either Your Honor or Judge Minogue. We are in court. We're at guillotine. Thank you. Seamstress, employer's trust. Morning shift is the bait. Let's register. How are you, Benny? Trust. Seamstress is... Okay, this has to be the testimony. Seamstress is... Locked it in and got all the questions again. Why did you take on this extra job?
It wasn't a choice. I've got hungry mouths to feed.
So you started working at the warehouse to steal food.
I don't even know what's inside those chests and barrels.
You work as a seamstress by day.
I sew, I wash my children's clothes, I cook and I clean. spend evenings at the warehouse. The evenings? No, Monsieur le Juge. I'm there the whole night. In the morning, I come back to make breakfast for my children, and then I go to Sue. So,
The revolution was supposed to make things better.
how do you manage to support 5 children? There's no mention of a Mr. Lucier anywhere in the files. Mr. Lucier heeded the call of arms and went to the front. He must have liked it, because he decided to stay. Or his corpse did.
You were trying to evoke compassion in the grand jury.
It's been a long time since that word meant anything to me.
So you let your husband go to war despite having children to support.
He didn't care for my permission. He just announced that he'd return with money and a medal. I think he was just fed up with the noise in his work.
I need to get questions of you all. You confessed to the crime. Was her act counter-revolutionary? When did someone notice it go missing? What shifts was she working? Try to explain the regular losses. Possible that this is not theft, but simply the typical loss of merchandise.
I don't know, but the fact is that it's dark at night and Tellier doesn't like the idea of buying additional lanterns. It's easy to stumble or slip on something.
You often see the carriers stumbling on something?
Sometimes, but I usually steer clear of them.
Could it be that someone spilled the sugar that disappeared?
I don't know, but if one of them accidentally dropped a barrel and spilled its contents, he surely wouldn't admit it.
Of course not. They'd accuse the poor thing. Call in the witness. Please introduce yourself.
Antoine Tellier. I'm a merchant.
Could it be the differences found in the register are simply the typical loss of merchandise? Someone dropped something, something was spilled.
Yes, it could. Until now, I was convinced that was the case.
So what led you to consider theft?
My workers are strapping fellows. Would they drop and spill everything every night, something every night? I don't hire just anyone. Only people with strong arms. I'm not in the habit of skimping on good employees.
What if one of them was in a difficult situation and stole something for his children?
I don't think so. I pay them better than the caretakers. They should be doing fine.
Quality and fraternity, right? You be quiet. This is too early a time period. Sad truth. Confess, no. They ask her the guilty questions. She's innocent. Now we have to do the little cases. Ami Marchin accused brothers Theophil and Eloy Kerfbeer of jumping her during a dance. They allegedly dragged her near the scene, forced themselves on her in the shrubs, but we did not find any witnesses. Matthew Besnard has been gossiping at the tavern on Rue Saint Martin, telling anyone who cares to listen about his relationship with another man's wife. The investigators established he was most probably lying. Well, even if he was cheating, like sleeping with, that's not death. Asshole. 16-year-old Marie Jose Dumont bought 2 kilograms of onions at the street market, as she paid for only 1. The next time the girl showed up at the market, the stallkeeper took her to the nearest. She's not gonna. No, we're not killing a child. Sign and Hancock my stamp. I think I have killed a child, but that's not important. Did she confess to the crime? Counter-revolutionary? No. This is poorly lit. What shifts was she working? Did someone notice? Friday to Saturday. Killed a child? If I did, it's because they did something just as deserving, you know? Not the first time here. Order! Just hit my hand really hard. Order! Ow! I got two in character. Anyways. Oh. This is poorly lit. I think I killed a kid that killed another kid. Two wrongs made a guillotine. The verdict in the case of the missing cane sugar in Citizen Tellier's warehouse is not guilty. Please release Mrs. Lucier. I'm sure Tellier will survive the sly dog. You can't put compassion over justice.
Stealing sugar, counter-revolutionary. I can't wait to kill you.
I mean, I look forward to us no longer being associates. Is that after your intervention in the... I've heard rumors that after your intervention in the execution, one of the soldiers was shot for refusing to follow the order of a commander. It was the very same order you forbade him to carry out, and two other soldiers are also to receive corporeal punishment. Your discreet alliance with Henriette may be in danger. Hiccups. I've known you. As long as I have known you, you were never one for the small talk. It's definitely not the voice I gave him last time. What do our actions say about you and I? Dude, man, doing that scruffy voice actually put a little strain on me. Or maybe it's this button. This button might need to go. Could you at least reveal where you are from? I can tell you that just like your brother Bruno, I have also spent some time living on the street. I miss him. Sorry. Good it to be. So now I'm strong enough to do something about it. That's why I'm giving you Archbishop Gobo's head on a plate. He was the one who planned your son's death, and I learned of his deepest secret. The secret of a priest.
Gobel's father wanted his son to have a military career. His plans changed once Gobel had an illegitimate child. The careless heir was sent to Rome, where he was supposed to study and become a priest. The woman was taken to distant relatives in Paris. Jean-Baptiste learned about it long after he completed his education. Naturally, he did everything he could to move to the capital city. His search for the woman and child were futile. That is his weak point and our chance. We have to find them before he does. Gobel will not make a move if he knows that you have his family.
The question is this guy leading me along, or is he actually innocent, or an actually genuine person? Who knows? It's the French Revolution. Why did Gobel attack me? It's with the Rolands and almost did the same to Posh. Well, I think the kid's grown, if I'm understanding. Hey, Banny, if Gregory's telling the truth, they had my kid stoned to death and then hung his body out on a bridge. So I'm only kidnapping. I'm not kid killing this time. Linked. So he must have thought that would be your next target and decided to send you a message. He hasn't lied so far, and I don't know why you're a wooing. I know that's just the owl, but sent him one of my own. Everyone who has raised a hand to your family, it's the most precious thing you have. This is your best opportunity to attack, as the people are blaming the clergy for stirring the rebellion in the Vendée.
Why would you be mad that I visit our dead son's grave?
Oh, because she wants to forget. are gonna make you happy. That single one of these is gonna make you happy. Gather the Fedele men and attend a political debate at the one and only Cafe Procopa. Hopefully this time there will not be any fistfights. I guess we got to attend that one because my wife hates me. Okay, battle for Paris. We're supposed to beat them up. Don't beat me up though. We're cool, right? Political salon was successfully seized. The available actions will facilitate your work at court. Over there. Blur enemy agents here, so they have to deal with him for now. Back in this district. Soon. So I also have intrigue that I will do the intrigue. Jean-Baptiste Gobel. Seeing how you've dealt with the Rolands and the mayor of Paris, Gobel now sees you as a threat. The brothel used to be an important source of income and information for him, and as the mayor, Pasha allowed him to control the city. The Archbishop himself planned your assassination and arranged the death of your son, forcing both the Rolands and Pash to take part in the crimes. 2 for a win, 4 for a bonus. Seeing how you dealt with Rollins and the mayor, no, I already did all that. So I can either embarrass his subordinates or spread rumors about his son. It's time to look for rotten apples in Gobel's orchard. If we reveal the wrongdoings of his subordinates, we will undermine people's trust in the Archbishop. After the rebellion in Vendy, the clergy has been under constant attack from people who believe the church to be responsible, or spread rumors about his son. Maybe I'm doing both at the same time? The information about the Archbishop's illegitimate child should not be a secret any longer. We need to make sure these rumors reach the ears of Prosecutor Tinville and ordinary Parisians. Let's do the embarrassing subordinates. The convention deputies must know something. They would not make Gobel Archbishop if they did not have something on him. Surely threatening a few spineless former priests will help us learn of Gobel's secrets. Espionage. Let us not involve strangers in the search. Ramel will personally hunt down those who have wandered from the flock. Before I do this, I need to make sure. Double check. Ramel is my good. Who is Ramel? Oh, Ramel's the man. Yeah, duh. Let's be sneaky and espionage. And rumors about Gobel's son. Diplomacy. David will talk about the scandal to several well-connected gambling companions. Clovis will search the gutters and force a few of the homeless to spread rumors about Gobel, or espionage. Some questionable men owe Ramel a favor. Let's do diplomacy. David never lets me down. 70% chance. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. He is a really good dude. The portraits in this game are so well done. They are so. David's my main guy. Robespierre being the red is so good. Dan, Gobel, Herbert, Renard, they're all so well made. I mean the other ones too, but still in the report. Teaching house. 69%, nice. Okay, let's just spend more time with my family. I think there's anything I can do with 2, sadly, but... Oh no, I forgot to use him. We only have several minor cases to deal with. Okay. My influence. This isn't good. According to reports, merchant Remy Jacquemin bribed the manager of the river port to detain goods belonging to his competitors. That way he was able to sell his own products at the higher price. Parisians had to pay for his crime. Private Antoine Rolt was bored, so he took a stick and started drawing a fleur-de-lis pattern in the sand in front of a tailor's shop his wife was visiting. His colleagues from the National Guard... We're not going to kill him for graffitiing. 3 youngsters, Martin Barbier, Theo Saunier, and Daniel Dugover, broke into a bakery at night. They stole a big bag of flour, which they later tried to sell. We should also mention that during the robbery, a window was broken. Locksmith Geoffrey Loop, who was commissioned to install a lock on one of Baron Bodo's chests, damaged the encrusted lid. The Baron appraised the damage and said it would cost 50 francs to repair. Again, I'm not killing... Like, dude... These things are like... He burped in my face. Should we kill him? 3 15-year-olds were summoning spirits in the cellar of a tenement. The candles they were using were stolen. Oh my god, dude, they're kids. Rene Boutine, the cook of a municipal... Rene Boutine, the cook of a municipal official, Norbert Pasquier, stole 8 kilograms of smoked meat from his master. I wanted to sell some of it and give the rest to my own family, explained the accused, who without... Yeah, he's just a thief. I'm not killing a thief. Look how much they, like, didn't... Or, like, not upset that I didn't... Think even the least powerful deserve justice. To go home. I don't know why it says go home like that picture though, because my son's dead. Fundraising for the orphanage. Everybody loves me fundraising for the orphanage. Get happy, get happy. My lovely Matilda, be a little happy for me. Yes, thank you. Put them there, thankfully. But that didn't work, sadly. I get to spawn it. Krieg. Did I pass my 70 and 80%? Oh, David let me down. A diplomat revealed the scandalous revelations of Goebbels' alleged fatherhood. Unfortunately, his conversion partners washed them down with large amounts of alcohol and decided they were nothing but a hilarious joke. Oh, how they laughed. But... Time to strike. Let us arrest the dark sheep from the Archbishop's flock. There is no need to hide any longer. You should openly challenge him. To do so, however, you need a shield. The people of Paris. Okay, so we did succeed that one. Let us help the rumors stimulate Tinville's imagination enough to make him officially look into Goebbels' case. It is important to cast a shadow of doubt on the Archbishop to show the deputies who are scared of him that Goebbels has a weak point. Does that count as a failure? No. It just, like, tougher, maybe? Speech check, I'm guessing.
Please forgive me for being a little late.
You have only piqued my curiosity, Monsieur le Juge, as I cannot guess what I have done to deserve this invitation.
You must have heard rumors about Archbishop Gobel.
Come now, Alexis. You are poking fun at my intelligence. We both know that you are the author of the denunciation.
How can you be so sure?
I am not a fool. You have eliminated Roland and Pache, and now you are trying to get Gobel. The reason why may elude me, but I do not care.
Binville. If Gobel was a child, if Gobel has a child, we should reveal his hypocrisy. Carefree. So I should be carefree, right? These days we should just make an effort to show who is just and who is not. He has a huge following. Gobel should get a chance? No. Huge following. Gobel should get a chance to do the right thing. Strong, perfect, strong, weak. Let's persuade.
As long as your balance of profits is positive. There are some people, however, who care about justice.
What do I care about anyone's bastard? The country is in flames because of the rebellion in Vendée, and I am supposed to be preoccupied with something like this. An illegitimate child in Paris. Now that truly is a novelty.
You must be the toughest man in Paris. You are not bothered by the mob, which has once again decided that cutting the heads off dignitaries would be fashionable. It is enough for Gobel to shout from his pulpit that you are enjoying yourself in a brothel for public money instead of prosecuting lawbreakers, and before you know it, your head will be gone.
Your words do make some sense. These days, people are indeed full of negative thoughts.
Think the weak argument. Do the weak argument because I don't want to risk it.
If you hope for a quick promotion, you can forget about it. You have reached a point where your advancement will depend on people like him.
If I just do a week and then
You will do him
another
favors,
week, it should
and he
balance
will
out.
charge you higher prices than I do. Instead, you can show him your strength. Suggest that you are the one to shape your own fate.
Should go back up again.
Gobel is a lecherous scumbag. If we officially announce the investigation, we will give him a chance to do the right thing. And if he will not, off with his head.
There is something that you are not telling me, and I will not look into. Be aware that you did not handle this well. Then again, I would not want you to think that I have a heart of stone. So let us play. If you win, I will lead an official investigation against
Dude,
Gobel.
right on the edge. I
You
clicked
may have
in rage.
forgotten how to be sly, but maybe luck has not deserted you yet.
So angry, dude. That's last time I didn't re. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Last time I didn't re-roll at all. What am I, dude? You gotta be kidding me. He's just getting all the. I'm gonna lose. Save it for my last roll. I think I lost. He literally hit the jackpot hand. Oh my god. Maybe. Still lose. insane comeback, but it wasn't enough.
Seem that even fortune is not on your side, but I will take the liberty. I will take the liberty to ignore your investigation. There will be no official investigation. I think that's my first actual failure in. Still technically get it perfect, but I have to do everything else amazing. What if I just be a nerd? I have no shame. That saves me, potentially. Forgive me for those who see me as a mega nerd for that. I do not blame you. I am as corrupt a
Please
judge.
forgive me for being a little late.
You have only piqued my
I would never be
curiosity,
corrupt,
Monsieur le
but-
Juge, as I cannot guess what I have done to deserve this
Sometimes,
invitation.
as a judge, you have to. Be,
You must have heard
I am the
rumors
judge.
about
I have to
Archbishop
make tough
Gobel.
decisions.
Come now, Alexis. You are poking fun at my intelligence. We both know that you are the author of the denunciation.
How can you be so sure?
I am not a
So
fool.
sure.
You have eliminated Roland and Pache, and now you are trying to get Gobel. The reason why may elude me, but I do not care.
Okay, let's smooth talk our way again. Aggression was perfect. Let's try humility. Let's do manipulation and no, not manipulation was the one that failed last time. So if it doesn't work, we do aggression. Carelessness. Perfect, perfect.
As long as your balance of profits is positive. There are some people, however, who care about justice.
What do I care about anyone's bastard? The country is in flames because of the rebellion in Vendée, and I am supposed to be preoccupied with something like this. An illegitimate child in Paris. Now that truly is a novelty.
I believe in your reason. Listen here. Gobel has possessed the souls of thousands of Parisians who are looking for someone to answer for the rebellion in the Vendée and the South. They need to find someone who is guilty, and you are surely too much of a man of sense to leave the choice to fate.
Your words do make some sense. These days, people are indeed full of negative thoughts.
You care about your career. Do not deny it. Nobody can gain advancement in this city without the knowledge and approval of the Archbishop. You will be kissing the ring of a man who is even more an opportunist than you are.
Let's hit him with the last aggression.
Gobel is a lecherous scumbag. If we officially announce the investigation, we will give him a chance to do the right thing. And if he will not, off with his head.
I must say that your arguments are quite convincing. I will look into this subject. Maybe it is a good thing that fortune is on your side. After all, you want to go against Gobel.
First try. First try. Still have a failure though because of that. Can't win them all. It's being occupied. That's okay. Getting family actions is good. Am I supposed to be able to beat this guy? Like, I really wonder, like, am I supposed to get every single... Well, no, he can spawn in my tiles. So... I'm not looking forward to doing another army, because, oh boy, was I horrible with the army. I can't believe Stellar showed up, though, at the time of the army. In. -5 influence, minus... What do you know about the person who introduced himself as Ramel? Everyone deserves to know the truth about their colleagues. Me at 10 p.m. in the alley behind the Cafe Procope. Come alone and you will learn the truth about Ramel's past. It's for your own good. Take that risk. Arthur Bonnet, 38-year-old director of the Odeon Theater, has been accused of pandering. Law enforcement authorities should have known about the brothel for a long time. Some of the actresses sell their bodies right after the play, using the acting as a pretext, but also to advertise themselves. Among the Odeon's clientele are members of the National Convention and officers. Thanks to them, Director Bonnet is able to derive significant financial reward without any fear of consequence. The latest reports, however, seem too outrageous to be ignored. Bonnet has been accused of pandering 13-year-old Olivia de Nerval, who was left in his care. The court administration learned about this from Arnaud de Condessert, a friend of the recently guillotined father of the girl. Kill this? Did I kill that girl's father? Testified that Olivia de Nerval played a role in a private show titled Misfortunes of Virtue, shown only to a small number of carefully selected guests. Usually after such private shows, some of the actresses have private meetings with their admirers. Renaud witnessed that Bonnet ordered one of his subordinates, Maria Derisimans, to walk Olivia to a room where Gustave Clavel, a theater critic known for his lechery, was already waiting. The Condit's accusations quickly spread among the aristocrats, who demanded the immediate arrest and severe punishment of Bonnet. Meanwhile, Olivia refused to testify and Clavel has disappeared. Is Clavel? It's the theater critic. Citizen, what is your name? Arthur Bonnet, Monsieur le Juge. You are accused of pandering your minor ward, Olivia de Nerval, for your own financial gain. How do you plead to these charges?
I did nothing of the sort. Who dare say so?
Citizen Arnaud de Condessert, present in the courtroom, claims that you did.
That is slander, a plot against me conjured up by this man. I am the director of a most famous theater known throughout Paris, not a souteneur.
Price list found during the investigation points to the contrary.
You are jumping to conclusions.
They will take him away and behead him any minute. That loathsome pimp. Oh, that's a random guy talking. Sure, the stars of the Odeon Theater invite their fans to a private spectacle. Sure is evidence. Victim. Pandering. Death. Be happy, they'll be sad. If we acquit, they'll be really upset. I'm gonna probably try and kill. Financial profits is a motive. Show. Course of events. Why did Nervo come under your custody after her father's death? You charge your customers for meetings with the actresses. What exactly are they paying for?
For a conversation, for a private show. Sometimes our ladies read poetry or sing. Such performances are extremely important for us, as the theater is very expensive to maintain.
What an interesting way of improving the budget. Could you describe the rooms in which those meetings take place?
Our stars have dedicated rooms where they can rest and prepare for the show.
Are those rooms furnished with beds?
Of course they are. After 2 hours of performing and dancing, they would be rather tired, don't you think?
How many clients visit your stars in a single night?
1 or 2. In very special cases, 3, but I would rather not exhaust the actresses.
You think conversations are exhausting? Their mouths must burn like hell, but not from talking.
Behave, will you? They really are sensitive and should be treated with respect.
I agree. Why did she come under your care?
It's very simple. She was first put into an orphanage, and I adopted her once I recognized her talent.
Talent?
Acting, of course. Children were given performances in the orphanage. No, but I can recognize talent by... Oh, God, they made a great job of making this guy seem disgusting.
And I'm the judge listening to him, and I'm the judge, and I'm going... Like, you know your script. Child walks, right? Then do you look for future actresses in orphanages?
Not as often as I should. There is too little time for it, which is a shame, because you can find true stars among the orphans.
How much of the revenue obtained for those private meetings lands in the theater's coffers?
According to the agreement with the staff, 70%. That's a lot, I know, but maintaining the rooms, food, and sometimes drink, they all generate costs. Besides, if it weren't for the theater's reputation, you know.
Do you receive a bonus for those meetings?
It's my idea. The theater profits are greater than ever, and am I rewarded for this? Of course, it's only fair.
So it is important to you, it is important to you to arrange as many of those meetings as possible.
Yes, because it's in the theater's best interest. It's in your best interest too. Yes, but that's not important to me.
Don't need to. I don't need to. Best, it wasn't counter-revolutionary. He discovered her talent. They were split between.
I sentence Citizen Arthur Bonnets to be guillotined. Let the condemned out. Disgusting monster. I'm glad it's over. At least there will be something to watch. He deserved it.
Now we take the gamble to see if I can have a good execution speech. Oh, maybe not. It's not my first time, Grimmel. Good people must turn against him. Goebel is not your average second-rate politician. Trust me, I can handle it. Speaking to the common folk. Crime, aggression, defendant, revolution, humility. Oh, those are both weak arguments. No shades of gray to crime, only guilt or innocence. Let the accused have a word with the guillotine.
The old system has to fall. There is no other way. You are the sovereigns now. Cheer for this man to die. And I get my reputation, so they're happier, which is good.
I was looking after that girl. She's just a child.
Probably my favorite one. Get it nice and ready. She smiles. Right into the next event. Hi, you look pretty angry. It seems like the rumor spreading worked. Do we have to do another speech?
When will we finally get rid of those holy hypocrites? Tell us, Monsieur Lejeune! When will Tinville drive them into a corner?
I know how angry you are. It is their fault. It's the worst among liars. They have lived off your hard work for so many years, and they still do. Go to him. Demand he tells you the truth. Oh, Lord. Okay, so I have two very weak arguments and two perfect arguments.
I know what you are feeling, and I am with you. Those people who are safely nestled in their marble buildings and dressed in expensive garments are the source of your misery. The clergy has done nothing for you. They have always been living for themselves. They need the rebellion in Vendée to get their power back. Archbishop Gobel is another embodiment of that evil which you yourself have overthrown. He spies, incites, and harasses everyone who stands in his way.
Go to him. Demand that he tells you the truth.
France cannot afford priests who have illegitimate children or archbishops who are involved in civil wars. Tell him that. Rise!
Messed up a little bit, but it's okay. Crowd is intrigued. We got common folks and reputation. That's good. Things happening. You're actually making me do this? Fanaticism. The enemy's militia is fighting harder. During battles, you may encounter additional conditions that affect your troops or the speed at which civilians escape.
Death to those that dare raise their hands against the church.
Not against the church, but its greedy priests, the ones who are dragging France underwater.
There is no difference. We will not let this stand. We have to put your heads on pikes long ago.
We have a lot of infantry and musketeers. Troops fight less ferociously, but they receive a large bonus to defense. The tactic can be when you have a lot of infantrymen at your disposal. Defend. Just lost all their infantry, that's good. Suppressive fire. defending? Yes! I'm in their heads!
That's all they lose, though?
That was like a perfect, and I still failed it.
Do assault. Yep. It's gonna neutral. Aggressive fire. Eight. Stats matter. We just had a giant brawl and now we're just home. Attic has grown dusty and cluttered. Matilda has not been energetic about housekeeping, but not one can blame her. Yeah, let's. He's gonna be upset, but honestly, that might make her happier than. I don't know what the gambling den would even do for us, but I'm not going to do it. Kill 10 enemy agents. To me. Two that are. My grandpa. Four intrigue. Success. Gaining the support of the convention. Seeing how you dealt with Roland. Nope. Mad quiet. Again? Have I been quiet this whole time? I need to pull up myself on Twitch, because do I sound quiet? Not gonna lie, you sound mad quiet. I do sound quiet on. Wait. Why am I? Yeah, I know. I don't know what it is. It was happening. Setting turn back on? No. I could turn my gain up, but it's don't know why. Turned my gain up even more. Now I actually sound good, but I had to double my volume.
But I haven't always sounded like this, right? I sounded normal yesterday.
What's a goof?
Next time I stream, I'm sure it's gonna be way too loud then. Okay, I turned myself down a little bit just because I felt like I was a little loud. Do I still sound fine though? Because again, I can always change this later. I'm gonna have to look at my drivers or something. I have no idea why I sounding so strange. I really haven't done anything different compared to yesterday. It's so weird. To look into it. I'm not streaming for the next couple of days, so I'll be able to fix it off stream. I think because the next stream is probably not going to be till Saturday since it's Thanksgiving. Message. Okay. Well, thank you, Dino and Novita. I really don't know why. I'm sorry. Don't be afraid to tell me. I'm not. I might be like annoyed, but it's not at you. I promise. It's just I hate technology. So that didn't work for whatever reason. So we have to go back into it. I said thank you for telling me, and don't ever feel bad about like saying it. If you feel like you can say it, I'm not gonna be upset or anything. That's all. I appreciate it. It's just I'm not. I really have no idea what it is. Like, like I said, I doubled my volume to make it sound. Hold on, how does it sound on YouTube? Yeah, maybe I'll just unplug everything and plug it back in. I don't know. Anyways, Gerard Boutin announced in front of Notre Dame Cathedral that he is Archbishop Goebel's illegitimate son. He cried about his mother dying in a shelter. The young man quickly gathered a group of supporters who considered Goebel a symbol of the much hated clergy. What an interesting man. Boutin's performance created far more commotion than we ever could have. I will try to invite him for a meeting to confirm that he is who he claims to be. Even with the support of the people, we will not be able to attack a constitutional priest without the aid of the only authority Global answers to. We must make sure the members of the convention turn their backs on the clergy, or Global will be immune. The church has survived the anger of the faithful for centuries. It only responds to the warnings of authority. It's gracious. I need to convince 2 of these goobers. Danton, how's it going? Let's start with you. Sensitive, so aggression. Attached. Attached is manipulation. We need to punish someone and set an example, and the people want to get the clergy. Oh, that's not it at all. Carelessness is a very weak argument. I swear manipulation was the tactic last time. So I could accidentally do a very weak argument here. Situation on the streets is becoming difficult to control.
I know I promised to serve the people and defend liberty, but our citizens are taking things too far. People in our position show no interest in the crowds, only in troublesome individuals who stand in the way. I assume I will hear about them soon. If the rumors prove to be true, Goebel's presence will make the situation even worse. Do you want people to think the authorities are corrupted? My reputation is at stake, as is yours and your friends from the convention. Goebel has become an irritating splinter, but I understand his situation. The rich are always accused of more than they actually did. We need to punish someone and set an example, and the people want to get the clergy. We cannot pay for the behavior of one group. With all its lies and degeneration, the church has worked hard for the anger of the people. Let us cut it off and live our lives in peace. Gotta be kidding me! Sorry. I understand you have your reasons, and I find it wise you do not wish to reveal them, but your arguments do not... be a nerd again. I'm not gonna lie, I might be a nerd again. Sweet. Ma'am, that trouble with Goebel, it all happened so suddenly. People will find it suspicious if we do not make a move. Think that we're on the side of liars and traitors? That is right. Sensitive, so humility and humility. The trouble with Goebel has only poured salt on the wound. Strong, strong, strong. Works for me. He already likes us, though. I know I promised to serve the people and defend liberty, but our citizens are taking things too far. It didn't just happen, did it? Anyway, go on. Yeah, I already said that. I see that you're aiming at the dignitaries. What do you suggest? I am against hurting the church. It hurts itself through the hands of the degenerates who are cursed by our citizens. We need to cut ties with that group for the greater good. You have my supports. Yes, awesome. Some of my reputation back and fanciness. So... bad with. Carefree. Situation is becoming difficult. Attach. Someone should be punished to set an example. Perfect. Okay. As long as people were throwing rotten tomatoes at random targets, the situation was acceptable. But now they are armed with wooden sticks. I do not know about you, but I'm getting scared. Finally, someone has decided to look into those gluttonous idlers. This may be our only chance to get rid of those royalist superstitions. I do not want to make convictions in absentia, but it seems to me the anger of the people have revealed some old secrets, like that of Archbishop Goebel. Maybe we should do something about it? Nothing would please me more than to watch the fall of this progress-hindering priest. Well, maybe destroying the institution of the Pope would be even sweeter. Angry tiger should get some prey to rip apart. Then he will not pay attention to anything else, and we will be able to live in peace, since the tiger wants to sink its teeth into the clergy. Reason shall prevail over superstition. You have my support, Monsieur le Juge. Overall success. So I got the bonus. Perfect. 2 reputation, which sucks, but 4 days left before the inspection. I only have 4, so I literally can't do anything with these people. Spend time with the family. See the starter. If I did the better starter persuasions with the 4, that yeah, okay. Well, I still did it. Curve, you were also the same guy who's like, I didn't even realize you didn't have game sound for 2 hours. I just liked your mouse clicking. Please just tell me. I'm not gonna. It honestly, if
I turned my volume up 200%. But if you guys hear something, say something. I'm not gonna get upset with you. I'm gonna get annoyed at the situation because it's like, why is it? I don't know why. I literally haven't done anything different compared to yesterday, so I don't know why it's different, but it is what it is. Dear Judge, this evening we will be holding a ball on the outskirts of Paris. We were invited by only the brightest minds of France, the better part of France, and your presence is expected. My associates and I have something to tell you, something important. The cart will be waiting outside court. Lament Renard. Oh, the church. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Philip Rodier came home to find his daughter with her lover, Gaston Picard, a soldier a few years older. The furious father tried to kick the man out of his house. The two struggled. When the girl tried to separate them, she was accidentally pushed down the stairs and broke her neck. Olivia Manu, an employee at a government office, has allegedly told her neighbors that her new manager is not suitable for his position. She supposedly even said the new authorities are betting on simpletons and that someone will have to sort things out. Marianne Garrou's little boy died, probably as a result of being beaten. When she brought her son to the doctor, the only thing he could do was declare him dead and call for the guard. When investigators inquired about the location of the child's father, the suspect refused to answer. Kill her for not giving away the father. Hugo Cerf accused his neighbor, Fabien Brazier, of breaking into a shed in their jointly owned garden. While being detained, Brazier claimed the shed belonged to everyone, and Cerf had illegally locked it. The investigators asked other inhabitants, but they said they didn't know. Whatever. Two cheap prostitutes assaulted and badly injured their colleague, who had allegedly seduced one of their clients. Passerbys found the victim in a dark alley. She was unconscious, bleeding, and covered in bruises. Owing to the attack, they get them out of here. Dr. Hughes Bafils was woken from his slumber by the wife of a townsman. Her husband had fallen ill during supper. The physician took his time before answering the door and refused to see the patient because he was too tired. It's okay. Your job is to protect sleep. Legendaries -1, aristocrats +8 though, that's good. And now we're going to this party, the ball. I hear walking. Day, citizen, I am here to take you to the ball. Why are you so sure that I have the intention of going? Should you resist, Citizen Renard has asked me to tell you that during the event you will reveal the name of the person who murdered your child. What? I know very well who did it. I sincerely doubt it. The carriage awaits you, citizen. You really have nothing to lose, so please follow me. It's not him. Stray? I don't know. Let's see. Best ball. Look at me. I'm just like didn't get it.
Thank you for accepting our invitation.
That's why everyone hates aristocrats. I didn't really feel like having a choice.
Fair point. Thank you anyway.
What What a lovely residence. I'm glad that all that tribute money didn't go to waste. Why am I here?
We wanted you to meet those who are pursued only because of their provenance. The wealthy are being oppressed, just like the poor were in the past.
Aristocracy worked hard to be treated that way. Everyone has a reason to hate you.
The same propaganda slogans all over again. Once we're finished with that revolution, can we kill all those who are now trying to get rid of us?
Good luck. Maybe you'll meet the ones who killed my child.
I must admit that we weren't entirely convinced whether we should take part in that murder, but the offer was just too tempting.
What is that supposed to mean?
I personally think that our disguised partner overestimates you.
You're killing
Yet
that
he
kid.
wishes to cooperate with a judge of the tribunal. He has also reassured us that he doesn't intend to kill any other member of your family.
He killed my child? You did that?
See how powerful we, the Highborn, have become since you forced
I
us
don't
to
fall for
unite.
that.
We will play one single game of dice, you and I. We will play for the fate of the man who betrayed your family and helped us kill your child.
Fine. Let's play.
Fine. Let's play.
A true fighting spirit. I like that. Our masked friend was furious. He came to us with a beneficial deal in exchange for our help. We agreed.
I don't recognize that beard. That's a good hand. Zumping. That's a bad angle for him.
Dangerous wounded man. Rejecting him would be unwise.
Also a really good hand. Maybe not as good as I thought, but I'll take it.
He asked a person we know, someone we have collaborated with before, to help him kill your child. What a fool.
It's also a really good hand. Is that beat mine?
We will bring you his head on a plate. This will be a token of our goodwill and proof that it is wise to be our friend.
Keep that as well. That's a really good hand. We're tied.
The aristocrats will proudly return to the city any day now, and every person who has not taken our side will be dealt with.
I don't think I can win unless he gets the shittiest hand ever, because he just had the best rolled hand ever. I'm not gambling. I hope he doesn't get as good a hand as me. Barely beats me.
Sooner or later, every gambler learns that he has no control whatsoever. He passively observes how time pushes him into failure. A deal is a deal. You lost, so we will not tell you anything. And Paris shall get what it deserves.
Did it go? It's Renard who was responsible for my son's death. If it really was Renard who was responsible for my son's death, then I should not have started a war with Gobel. Mistake. There is Gobel on one side, and furious, revenge-driven aristocrats on the other. A war on two fronts at once, at a time when our country itself is consumed by civil war. I would agree to that alliance. I will not ally with the murderers of my child. You still have another one. Do it. It's your life, but I would prefer you not to bury any more of your family. He's mad at me. Man, I can't believe I lost by 30. He had such a good reroll. That's 3 days. Officials would come to the assess. Try your best to impress them. Skidins. Anywhere? Does he have to move? Persuade them to join me. Intrigue. Perfect intrigue. Thank you. One swift move, Goebel cut himself off from his past. Gerard Boutine wanted to meet him in person, but the Archbishop repelled him, calling him a traitor and a fraud. I doubt he will admit to fatherhood. Boutine is all alone, and we would gain nothing by involving him in our plans. Goebel slipped through our fingers. During a gathering of the convention, he announced his resignation from the Holy Orders. With a raised voice, he claimed to be disgusted by the corruption and moral decay of the clergy. To our surprise, Herbert played along and made Goebel the face of his group. A spontaneous crowd cheered the apostate. With just a single move, the former archbishop had gained the support of both the streets and the convention. He outsmarted you. Moreover, Herbert announced that he and Goebel have a list of 73 deputies and officials who either committed bribery or acted as agents for foreign powers. He made a strong allusion to Robespierre, saying there are no incorruptible people. They gave the guilty 5 days to leave the country. After that time, they are going to publish the list. Something tells me that your name appears there as well. There's no developments. That's just the end of it. That's why. That's why that happened. I mean, it's going to be built. To be built. That's it. That's the unknown character is that guy for sure. Can't believe I lost that gamble to 30. It's so upsetting. Time with the family. Crazy that's only day 6 and it's already been 2 hours. Like, there's been so much. I cannot catch a break on losing influence. Stake. We wanted to give the information to you for free as a token of our goodwill. We sent someone to you, a man who knows certain things about your friend, but today we learned that his throat was cut. We are giving you one last chance. Arrange a meeting with Hermel, or whatever you call him, unless you would prefer to share the fate of our friend. Want to meet him today at 9 p.m. same place. Spy. Theft, fraud, treason. Isaac Medelsheim, a 53-year-old Jewish widower, runs 3 Parisian inns and grants loans for a living. His daughter, 16-year-old Esther Medelsheim, assists him. Hold on. I just got a text. I gotta make sure it's not.
The tradesman describes himself as a zealous supporter of the revolution, as he believes through it Jews will finally be granted the same rights as other citizens of France. Due to the current shortages of food supplies across the city, his primary source of income is usury. Medelsheim is suspected of having stolen military supplies with the intention of selling them in his inns. The alleged crime was witnessed by Count Jean-Philippe de Bras, one of Medelsheim's debtors. He notified the authorities that late in the evening on Saturday, 12th September, he watched Isaac personally managing the unloading of vehicles that belonged to his cousin, Urs Medelsheim, as they were standing in front of his warehouse. Everyone knows that Urs only provides supplies for the French army, and that his managers are frequent guests at Isaac's inns. The investigators found military chests stamped by Urs Medelsheim's company in Isaac's warehouse. Their contents, wine, dried horse meat, and flour, were not mentioned in the inventory. They appeared, however, in the waybills of the garrison in Reims. The records show that Esther Medelsheim is responsible for the inventory. Isaac was immediately arrested and accused of stealing from the French army and acting against the best interests of France. Esther's statement is evidence.
Kill that bourgeoisie!
Please introduce yourself. Isaac Medelsheim, Monsieur le Juge. You were accused of stealing the property of the French army and attempting to sell it.
What theft, Monsieur le Juge? What crime? We have a witness who saw everything with his own eyes. That is slander, Monsieur le Juge, and provocation made up by Count de Bras. He owes me money and doesn't want to pay it back.
Military chests found in your warehouse filled with supplies intended for the garrison in Reims are quite conclusive evidence against you.
I can explain.
Death penalty or acquittal. Make him innocent. It would put us at a nice balanced standing again. Take care of the... It's not... What? Her testimony. Investigators found military chests. That's evidence. Inventory is also evidence. Order of the Revolution would be... Warehouse is the crime scene. Oh, this is the accusation. Nope, it's not the accusation. Okay. Story is... Four questions left. Some events. Tory. Supporter of the revolution is method. Why did investigators find full military chests in your warehouse?
I bought those chests empty. Urs sells high-quality military chests for the same I could pay for inferior equivalents. How could I not buy them?
Is that even legal? Does the army not need them?
I have no idea. If Urs sells them, it must be fine.
To ask.
Am I an investigator? He assured me it was fine. Insolent bourgeoisie! Jews always lie. Silence!
Bang, bang. What do you think about the revolution?
How could I not support it when the kind citizens of France want to grant Jews the same rights they have?
Then why are you harming the revolution by stealing military supplies?
I offered my own money for the revolution, Monsieur le Juge. Ask the friends of Mr. Robespierre, Mr. Joseph Sfuche, and Mr. Antonio Simon. They will confirm it. You paid to pretend to be one of us. People like me do not benefit from supporting the revolution.
Benefit? So you're saying that you supported the people to gain money?
No, I could explain.
Give him to us. We'll decapitate him even without a guillotine.
Gain money? If I really stole those articles, which I did not, and sold them in my inns, I would not even get back what I gave to Mr. Robespierre's friends.
Dependent and supplier of the army relatives. Yes. Heck is that? There.
Oh, now, right.
I'm gonna let him go. I'm feeling generous, but also I'm feeling sucky up-ish. Cousins. Better. Yes, it was. He did not confess to the crime. The judgment for Isaac Mettelsheim is not guilty. Take the defendant away.
I formally object to the verdict.
They let a thief walk free. He's a counter-revolutionary. The judge was bought. He did sign it. Sent a spy for the thing. So the Renard's responsible for Frederick's death. Everything points to that. They will pay for it. I will do anything.
The Renards have to pay. What good are revolutions and rebellions if we cannot demand justice?
Objection! For the orphanage, reading together, or does anything else make her happy? No. Reading together will make him happy. It's gonna make you a little grumpy, whatever. Cheer you up a lot. Not blue status yet? Maybe I am. It's so close I can't tell. Zone. Oh no. Symbol of the revolution's victory has been completed. The completed monument is already beginning to attract curious Parisians. Zone. Complete. I get plus everything. Jolly good. Can I convince you to let him go? Put in literally the worst possible spot that I have to. That I don't have. Oh yeah, I can click him. Defense persuasion. Arresting this man was simply a misunderstanding. And you worked for arrested for me. Worked for me. Imprisoning him is a crime against the revolution. You should look for real criminals. Strong, perfect. You have the wrong man. Thank goodness you did not hurt him. The consequences would be dire. Such a misunderstanding. Arrested for is working for me. Absurd! Your prisoner actually works for me. Your actions reek of treason. Think twice before you dare to stand against me. We have real traitors out there. Root them out, and do not be discouraged by failures such as this, although in your next endeavors do try to avoid persecuting my agents. And to think we almost lynched our brother. It's good you came along. We'd already sharpened a pike for his head. We're glad to have you on our side.
Go in good health.
3.
I tried to stop him, but that rascal kept fighting and was going to yell so loud the whole court would hear him. Do not worry. I recognize that young man. He was the one who turned Archbishop Scoble's life upside down. My name is Boutine. I am his son. I suppose I know why you came here. You should know, however, that Gobo is no longer an archbishop and is now immune. Help me, please, in any way you can. Are you deaf, boy? Did you hear what I said? Gobo is untouchable since he made an alliance with Herbert. If you had come to me sooner. I went to Jacques-Louis David, to Citizen Danton. Danton will not help you, of that I am certain. Listen to me, it is over. Gobo will be a successful politician, so take your mother far from Paris, and her mother's dead. My mother died a few years ago, despairing and humiliated as she pined for her love. I really am sorry for your loss, but there is not a thing I can do. The world loves the new Archbishop Apostate. So nobody will help me? I am sorry, no. You have to live with that. All those slit throats will surely raise the crime statistics. The authors of the letter were old and angry friends of your spy. It would appear that Ramel was attached to his knife, and he used it with cruel efficiency against the trio that came to kill him. He managed to force a few words about the dark depths of Parisian society from his last victim before he ended his suffering. Maybe you will be able to use this information somehow. Nice job, me. Why did I lose 6 influence? Have 6 influence, so good. Despite having -6, I still have 6, which is really good, all things considered. I think I'll look at that after. Murder and corruption. René Mazoud, 43 years old, a judge of one of the Parisian tribunals. Before the revolution, he was a trusted counsel for trade tycoons and the richest aristocratic families. After 1789, he became inspired by the ideals of the revolution and was appointed as a judge. The people of Paris accused him of corruption and betrayal of the revolution after he exculpated Adèle de Maillard. She was accused of participating in her husband Emmanuel's plot. Their conspiracy led to the murder of Gilbert Fuster, the popular chairman of the Revolutionary Committee. Adèle de Maillard's guilt was proven by indisputable evidence. She lured the victim to her hunting lodge, where she was later killed by her husband. Nevertheless, Mazoud, who was the judge in Adèle's case, went to visit the accused in prison during an adjournment of her trial that he himself ordered. Such visits, of course, are far from common. The judge was accompanied by Garde Roux. After that visit, Mazoud resumed the trial and acquitted the defendant. The infuriated mob detained the judge right after the verdict was announced. A quick search of his house revealed a document proving he had obtained financial gain from Adèle Maillard. The fact that prior to the revolution, Mazoud was the lawyer of Joseph de Maillard, Adèle's father, only adds further intrigue to the case. Thanks to Mazoud's help, the old Maillard became rich exploiting goods. With regards to Adèle, she is currently missing. Did I do anything? Seeing what would happen. Okay. This is Adèle's last will and testament. I, the undersigned Adèle, being of sound mind, but bequeath all properties inherited from my father to citizen René Mazoud. I declare the aforementioned inheritance as part of my personal assets, thus they shall not be subject to any hereditary claims that could be made by my late husband Emmanuel's heirs. What is your name? René Mazoud, Monsieur le Juge. I know the procedure very well. Could you move directly to the charges?
If the accused knows the procedure so well, he should know that it is I who makes the decisions and not the defendant. I beg your pardon, old habits. Rene Mazoud, you have been accused of accepting a bribe for freeing Adele de Maillard, an enemy of the people in the revolution. Can you explain yourself? Citizen de Maillard was innocent. I investigated her case as a judge and delivered the verdict. As far as my alleged bribery is concerned, this charge is not based on evidence or facts. Let me remind you that we have de Maillard's will. That document is not related to the case, and I did not even know its content. Will is evidence. Yay. For Adele's father is motive. Adele's disappearance, no. Judge in her case was course of events. It literally is, but okay. Visiting the defendant was a course of... Nope. Was that a... course of events? Document we already did. That was disappearance. Judge in Adele's case is personality. And save the defendant is method. Adele's disappearance is motive. Why did you exculpate Adele if she had helped her husband kill Gilbert Fuster? There was no conclusive evidence of deliberate complicity by Citizen de Maillard. Nor was there any evidence that she tried to stop her husband from committing the murder. That is a completely different thing than deliberate complicity, is it not? The law of suspects does not differentiate between deliberate and involuntary complicity in crimes against the revolution. It should not replace the judge's conscience and common sense. It is a decree regarding the suspects, not the convicted. Yeah, let's kill him just because he's, like, trying to one-up me as a judge. Confess? No. How did Mazoud justify the exculpation? No evidence. Are you responsible for her disappearance? Of course not. I had nothing to do with that. The disappearance of Citizen de Maillard does look rather convenient for you, especially considering the content of her will. Wonder whether you killed her or simply hid her to get the money sooner. Once again, I do not know Citizen de Maillard's location, nor had I anything to do with her disappearance. I do not know whether she is alive or dead. Why did you meet Adele in prison? Call in the witness. Please introduce yourself.
Simon Rowe. Summoned here be, Monsieur le Juge.
How many times did you visit Adele Maillard in prison?
Only once, Judge, during her trial.
Was the accused as interested in all the detainees?
As far as I remember, Judge Mazoud didn't meet any other detainee, but I was ordered not to interfere with him.
Did you know the purpose of the judge's visit?
Yes, there was an official note claiming that Judge wanted to check on the defendant's health.
And he did?
What was there to check? Consumption, Judge, and it was bad. She didn't have much time left, and there was one more thing.
What?
Before the trial, we performed a thorough medical examination of the defendant and found that she was pregnant. It hadn't been for long, but her belly was already getting bigger. Somehow, no one else had noticed it. She abandoned her assets to give birth. It's as simple as that. Whose child could it be? I don't know for sure, but I heard rumors about Gilbert Fuster.
Ooh. What say you to those allegations? I think that we have heard enough to understand why sending Citizen de Maillard to the guillotine as the people wanted, would have been barbaric, even if there was conclusive evidence of her guilt. We can also now understand how much you stood to profit as the sole inheritor of Adele de Maillard's wealth. I would have had to wait for her death and that of her unborn child. Anyone who dares call themselves a human being would find this despicable. I'm the judge around here. Don't you see this tight knot shirt? Stamped. This is a wig. Arth Culliver, 56 years old, did not look before crossing the road and walked right. Sorry, did not look before crossing the road. The vehicle was transporting wine. In order to avoid tragedy, the driver had to perform a rapid maneuver, causing several barrels to fall from the cart. The innkeeper claimed the wine. We're not going to kill somebody for being dumb, okay? While selling a one-horse cabriolet, Lionel Benancourt did not mention that the lower part of the vehicle was rotting due to negligence and rot. The buyer demanded a refund, but the bastard slammed the door in my face. Yeah, let's kill him. A drunk Mathis Boyer tried to bribe an officer of the guard with 8 francs. The son of Count Boyer was found wandering around Paris late at night, waking up people. He did confess. It wasn't counter-revolutionary. A lack of evidence, and it was the father's lawyer. I sentence Citizen Rene Mazoud to be guillotined. Lead the condemned out. You've restored honor to your profession. Wonderful, as it should be. Bad official. I'm not going to speak for this execution. Be unwise as a fellow judge. Skip the speech. Meet again, dear judge. Soon meet again. Currently immune. He has Herbert's support and the common folk appreciate what he did. He claims to be fully devoted to the rule of reason and to rejecting everything that is wrong in the clergy. Clever. Only Robespierre can stop him now, and he will if that rule of reason begins to cross the line. Published their list of 73. I am sure Robespierre's associates were also listed there. Hebert's stupidity and ambition are what make him contend with Robespierre. He's long dreamt about this power, as have we all. He will lose the friends he would destroy by revealing the list. He will lose without the friends he would destroy by revealing the list, and without his support from the clergy, Gobel is a weak ally. Yes, but Hebert is too proud to see that. I know him well. He heard the calling and will not let go. We must convince him that fighting Robespierre alone means death. And what if he does not let go? We all die the moment the crusade against the 73 starts. Hebert and his rule of reason will die next at the hand of Robespierre. The incorruptible will take control of Paris. We must introduce Hebert to someone else with the potential to have a power base. Someone who will have a much stronger tool against Robespierre than Gobel. I think I have the perfect candidate. We started.
Not a riot yet. They're just a little steamy. But too bad. Intrigue. I need 7? Oh, Lord. All those with power and influence who remain agree that Robespierre must disappear. Robespierre also knows that sooner or later there will only be one place available at the top. I didn't realize we were going against Robespierre. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord. That's not what I thought was going to happen. I thought it was going to be Renard. I mean, Robespierre did die early. Not early, but he didn't make it to the end of the revolution. That's fair. Let's fill in the report. So I'll use that since I don't have anything else to use for it. I mean, most of the reports are easy, but I might as well just waste the influence points on it. This is day. Okay. Toby Voloton, an infamous thug in his neighborhood, assaulted and murdered his former mistress in her own apartment. The body was found by her current lover, who was drinking. The director of the Department's Ministry of Internal Affairs has appointed his younger brother as the head of the Secretariat. Further, Frederick regularly pays him a bonus. Late at night, 4 youngsters broke the lid off a well and defecated in it as a joke. The watchman who caught them testified that prior, the children had tried to drown a cat. Luckily, the animal managed to break free. Killing 4 kids. Military quartermasters arrived at a river port to compensate goods needed at the front. One of the merchants started to incite the others. Gail Camille ran through the port yelling. Luckily, there was enough soldiers to bring things under control. Learned from reports that citizen Michelle Menard, a postal worker, had been opening and reading letters. We found a significant amount of money in her apartment. She surely would have not been able to see. Yeah, you're gone. Suzanne Ponce died after having supper with her husband, Lucien, a garrison physician. We discovered a few days prior, Lucien had caught his wife in an unambiguous situation and position. Fine if they don't like me that much. I like how the revolutionaries are, like, nice and will just kick me out if some things go bad. Good with the revolutionaries and the common folk. I have to be careful with the aristocrats because they will kill me or my family.
Who are you talking to? You would be happy to hand power over to people who cannot even read properly.
What? So you're saying that the poor are only good to die at the front?
Oh, perhaps it is the destiny of the Paris Commune to be shot at in order to protect others.
How dare you?
Gentlemen, we met here to make an alliance. We must, since we are all burdened by weaknesses that Robespierre does not have.
This is going to be a toughie. I'm convincing... Okay. Headed. Let us go together and use the ambitious Tinville as our scapegoat. We'll remain more by discussing terms with Robespierre. Robert will lose if he has no allies. Robespierre is a dangerous maniac. Tinville wants a career. Oh my god, I got all greens.
It would seem that Robespierre's madness has completely taken over his mind. Somebody must stop him.
France has survived ages of dictatorship. It will survive Robespierre as well.
Why do we even talk to the boor?
Even together we can hardly match Robespierre's power. Do not put your head into the lion's mouth, as he will devour you without remorse.
Do you know something that I do not?
Alexis is right. On our own, each of us are easy prey.
Gabelle will betray you at the first opportunity because it is much better for him to join forces with Robespierre. They both hate the rule of reason, but Gabelle has yet to reveal this to you. Do not waste your time on Gabelle. You cannot control him. You have a better candidate for a scapegoat, one we can actually control. I'm speaking of Prosecutor Tonville.
I will resign from my post in the Committee of Public Safety and propose that Tonville should replace me. Robespierre will turn his attention to him, and we will gain some freedom to act.
Tonville is a prosecutor and enjoys a good reputation among the people. It is possible that Robespierre could see him as a rival for the position of the highest statesman of France.
It's a career.
I will talk him into it. There's no need to worry. Tonville wants nothing more than a career, and he's not satisfied with what he already has.
It might work. Strict cooperation and trust will be the key to conquering Robespierre.
All right. Let us get rid of Robespierre once and for all.
I was actually hoping I could be buddies with him, but I guess not. Fundraising for the orphanage. And then next time I can actually see what gambling does, because there is to do. Can you please leave my spots alone? Krieg. Gobel's son has once more paid him a visit. This time their argument became more heated and included a firearm. We do not know what manner of accusations were made during the meeting. The testimonies of the neighbors, however, lead us to believe the conversation eventually turned into a fight that ended with a bullet in Gobel's chest. He died where he fell, and Boutine has been arrested. Your murdered child has been avenged. You could exculpate the murderer. After all, you were responsible for luring him out of hiding. Prosecutor Tinville will make a perfect human shield. He will take Danton's place in the future. Moreover, we will get Robespierre's blood up, since he will probably interpret this as a move towards us getting control of the Committee of Public Safety. Convince him, though. This guy's annoying to convince. Danton is ready to resign his position at any moment. It's happening suspiciously fast. Because you were not expecting it. An independent observer would say you have worked hard to get this promotion. Could be an obvious trap. There's no one more suitable than you. Support. Have to help us. Have to help us get the situation under control. This is how the greatest have reached for power. Yikes, yikes, I did too good, but, Situation is in the city is out of control. There is no one else to help me. Awesome. If Robespierre managed to climb to the top, why would you not do the same? You are equally as good. The committee needs to be supervised. It must be transparent and lawful. Who else could be assigned this difficult task? Danton and Herbert have decided that you are the best possible candidate. They asked my opinion, and I agreed with them. You now have powerful support. This is your chance of a lifetime. Fine. I will think this through and give you my answer tomorrow in the courtroom. Learning the powers of persuasion. Getting better at it. Printing house. Is that the Muscadins? Yes, it is. Next time we'll go to the nearest enemy section and incite a riot. Thank you, Muscadins. Hierarchy. Oh yeah, he's dead. Imprisoned. Who are you, Mr. Masked Man? Once I capture all of your territory, do you get to do anything? Am I free to reign as I please? Take your main area? Now next time on Dragon Ball Z. I would like to think I'm doing very well, but who knows for real. Reputation. Horace Laval, a famous fencer, wants to teach his art at a private school that will be based in one of the sections of Paris. However, even the most prominent names cannot be sure of meeting the financial needs of local officials. Laval came to you when the employees of City Hall asked far too high a bribe for all the required documents and permits. He does not want to give you any names, as he is unwilling to stigmatize the officials, but he believes the support of a judge will be enough to convince them to take a smaller, more fitting token of gratitude. Sure. I got you, buddy. The defendant is young officer Gerard Poutine. Strong evidence suggests he killed the former Archbishop of Paris, Jean-Baptiste Gobel. So make... Yesterday afternoon, in the victim's place of residence, a pistol shot was heard. Neighbors entered Gobel's room immediately and found a young man with a smoking gun in hand. The victim was lying on the floor with a hole in his chest. They called the guard immediately, as the young man refused to put the murder weapon away. Due to the position of the victim, the crime scene was attended by Commander-in-Chief Francis Henriot himself. As the latter entered the room, he noticed that Poutine had finished loading the gun and was ready to shoot it again, this time intending to kill himself. Henriot engaged in negotiations, and after almost 20 minutes was able to convince the officer to lower the weapon. Guards immediately grabbed and incapacitated the murderer before leading him to jail. During a short interrogation in a cell, the defendant remained silent. Henriot was present during this attempt to obtain info, which seems strange to me, but he is commander-in-chief, so he can do as he pleases. Unfortunately, an incident took place. After the investigators left, one of the guards returned to the cell, threw himself at the defendant, and kicked him several times, shouting, "What do you know about Robespierre? What do you know about the commander?" I try to avoid rumors, but one piece of gossip could be crucial to this case. Monsieur le Juge is probably unaware, like most Parisians, that it is said young Poutine is Gobel's illegitimate son, the very same who has been the talk of the town. If this is true, we are dealing with both a tragedy and mystery.
Why would a son kill his own father? I have not been able to determine the truth. Perhaps you will. You would like the defendant to state his name. Gerard Boutin, son of Jean-Baptiste Gobel. Incredible. Pistol is suicide attempt. Silence during the rest is your personality. Illegitimate son is your personality. Nope. Illegitimate son. Nope. Pistol was the method. Legitimate son is extenuating circumstances. Suicide attempt was Commander-in-Chief as circumstances. Suicide attempt was circumstances and then personality. Okay. Why did you reload the weapon? Decided it was no longer necessary for me to continue with my life. That is obvious. You committed a terrible crime. Not for that reason. My mother will die soon. My father lay dead before me. I will probably be guillotined for shooting him. Even if I was released, I would be finished as a military officer. The court would pass its sentence, and then my commanding officers would pass their own. That would be against the law. I can see that, but you have not been, and I can see that you have not been in the army, citizen. But however it is viewed, my suicide would have been regarded as an honorable end to the affair. This is what I think. Tell me about the assaults on you. Tried to interrogate me, and I kept silent. Citizen Henriette asked me questions, and I still kept silent. Then they all left. Please get to the details. A few minutes later, a guard came in and introduced himself by punching me in the face. Then he asked questions, just like the others. What questions? Mainly whether my father had said anything about Robespierre or Henriette. Why about these two? I'm guessing they could tell you more about it than me. What happened next? The other guards came in and took him away. I think it's obvious that Citizen Henriette really wanted to find out if I knew anything. Why did you keep silent in the cell when the guards are asking you the questions? Because all of a sudden, many important figures became interested in me. I was visited by Citizen Hebert, then later Henriette came in with the guards. What does that have to do with anything? Each of them asked if my father had told me something unusual before my death, anything that shocked or frightened me. Revolution is not yet over, and you can only promise me, Monsieur le Juge, that you will take care of my mother. His mother's dead, though. This is a break in character or something. It is not up to the judges of this tribunal to make promises of that kind. Tell me where she is, and her homeland will take care of her. I accidentally skipped something. Summon the witness. Please introduce yourself. And in case anyone here has not recognized me, my name is Francois Henriette, and I am Commander-in-Chief of the National Guard. To convince the defendant to surrender. Talk. About what? I told him that dishonoring the military uniform by killing himself was a greater crime than what he had done to Gobel. And that convinced him? He is an officer. You have never worn a uniform, so you would not understand it. But he has deep respect for the army. Yes, that convinced him. Dealings do you have with Citizen Robespierre? None, in fact. We only communicated by letter once. He sent me congratulations after I was appointed Commander-in-Chief of the National Guard. Nevertheless, your subordinate asked about him while kicking the defendant. From all the things he could possibly ask, he was only concerned with what the defendant knew about Robespierre. I cannot explain it. Has he told you anything? And if he has? I was asking out of curiosity, but if he has not, then it would seem to me the guard must have been wrong to think Gerard Bouchin had obtained adverse information. I do not see the wound in his chest. Rather, what happened before the murder? I came to my father, who had more important things on his mind than his own bastard. What was the tone of the conversation? It was cold. No, I think it's better to say icy. My father had a grudge against me. Why? Because I had turned to others with my problems, and that caused him trouble. He had just started a new chapter in his career. When did the shooting take place? After a short conversation. It was fast. To me, he had become nothing more than a piece of meat, and no different than an enemy on the front. How else could one treat a father that regards his own son with such contempt? Questions are not. This is a serious court matter, and you're over here giggling. Should not kill the boy. Let him go. And leave me to live in disgrace? But he was the one who fired the gun! So now they're letting murderers walk free? He's still gonna kill himself anyways, but... Let's go to the den. What does going to the den actually do for us? Find you here. It is good to know the judges of the tribunal share the weaknesses of the common folk. What's the point of doing this, though? Score worse, or one swallow. That's a good hand. It's time. Yeah, I don't know what the benefit of doing this is. It's a good hand. No, it's not, just kidding. I'll take it. It's low, but I'll take it. It's not a bad one for you. That might be 2 points. Amos did not guide me today. Favor allows you to force the prosecutor to sign your report in court, which may save you from losing your post if you fail to fill your duties. Favors allow you to force the prosecutor to sign your report in court, which may save you from losing your post if you fail to fulfill your duties. That's the first time I've ever done that and not gone home to my family, so I wasn't sure what that actually did. So sad because that guy lived, that's right. It's persuasion. I don't know if it's going to be the same. Withdrawn. Quick. Didn't realize he was under strength this whole time.
Intrigue. Prosecutor announces his candidacy will be the next one. Robespierre supports the clergy. Let us start with rumors that could disturb Robespierre's impeccable reputation. We will use Herbert's words and suggest that Robespierre and officials support the corrupted clergy. Let Herbert's paper La Pierre d'Auchan make a suggestion that the church bought Robespierre and paid for his support. We want to hear whispers on the street claiming, and David will try to convince the local bourgeoisie to consider the alliance, even though they're terrified of it. Ramel, disguised as a priest, will spread rumors. Clovis will blackmail a few priests by threatening them with the guillotine, convincing them to spread the rumors. Who the heck is Clovis? See, I don't think I can do that, because I don't... I have no idea who Clovis is. So... Ramel disguised as a priest? No. Diplomacy. David will try to convince the local bourgeoisie to consider the alliance, even though they're terrified of it. I regret doing it. Being terrified of it was bad, but I just love David. I love David too much, man. He's got a soft spot in my heart, being my first friend. Technically, it is still doable, but it's very unlikely. Today we only have, okay, minor cases. Awesome. Burnett stole the laundry of her neighbor. The clothes were drying in the yard. The apartment of the accused was searched, and the investigator found bedsheets that were immediately... She just stole bedsheets. Who cares? Painter paid the manager of a municipal graveyard for the permission to dig up random and take it to his studio. He needed the body to pose. Yeah, you're dying. Grave desecration's weird. A cloth merchant was dining at a restaurant when a waiter accidentally spilled sauce. No. Two soldiers of the National Guard had to intervene at a house. The man had beaten his son and attacked a soldier. Yep, that's fair. Late in the evening, Joseph was assaulted in this small butcher's house. He so skillfully defended himself with the cleaver that the assailant bled to death. Compared did not report his crime. Self-defense. 52-year-old would regularly beat her 80-year-old mother. She would pour cold water on the woman and then burn her with a red-hot poker. She learned she stole various things. Yeah. I like how most of them, like, some of them are conflicted, but, like, most of them, if you just, like, apply modern-day laws, it's like, yeah. It still works out. Changing the hierarchy. Who the hell are you, de Stael? Known in Paris primarily for running a political salon, she is a woman shut out of the world of big politics and instead operates from behind the scenes. Ambitious and eager to emerge from the shadows of her male counterparts, she is the right person for handling matters best discussed in the privacy of the boudoir. She is also well-educated and familiar with the intricacies of high society. So who's the beard man? Hasn't been discovered yet.
Do you want to keep being hungry? Do you wish to continue witnessing the bribery among those who rule us?
No!
We must get to Robespierre! Tonville will save us!
Tonville!
Tonville!
We want bread!
Now is the time to restore order to the Committee of Public Safety. Tinville agreed to take on this difficult task. We have your support. Perfect, horrible. Irritated.
The committee became entangled in bribery and treason. Who else can cut the Gordian knot, if not the guardian of the law?
Pinville has agreed to take on
We are incredibly lucky that our hero showed up. Prosecutor Tonville agreed to bring back order in the committee.
They didn't like that? They hated that?
The situation cannot get any worse. Maybe Tonville will be our savior.
I think that was the worst thing I could have done. Nope, they liked that. Him, I forget his name already.
It is high time I pay attention to that judge of yours.
Dun dun dun. Hiccup, excuse me. Fundraising for the orphanage, always a good one. Kid's dead. Could I have done something to not have that happen, is what I wonder. I'm sure I failed that. Two failures. Because the speech was bad? Francesque Chabot and Claude Lorenzo Danton were arrested at Robespierre's request. We apparently succeeded at provoking to fire warning shots. I doubt Chabot will be taken to court quickly, as it is far more probable they will be kept in prison to soften Danton. We must act fast. More importantly, we must deal with... Benson should tell Robespierre that he is going too far. That should frighten him. Get the bonus, it's not the end of the world. Is that Clovis? Yeah, that's Clovis. That's my guard. So I don't have to do it. Seven plus 5 plus 2. He took a moment to write a letter about bribery, the needs of Paris and its citizens, the dangers of an imminent war, and the absolutely monstrous corruption of officials. You promised to go after criminals who preclude people like Horace Lavelle from working for the glory of the Republic. Your message must have been clear, as enough as the officials did not even ask payment for their efforts. They got a little mad at me, though. What's my rankings looking? Ooh, the aristocrats. That is where I'm going to call it for tonight. This was I'm loving it. Loving this game. I would honestly play it again tomorrow, but Thanksgiving, it's because of the holiday. I don't want to do any streams around the holiday. We will be back on Saturday. But, this has been fun. I love this game. I apologize for the tech issues. I'll look into them and see what I can fix. But if you would like to check out We the Revolution for yourself, Twitch pokes, check their YouTubers, links in the description. But I hope everybody has an amazing Thanksgiving if you celebrate. If not, I hope you have a great rest of the week. Excuse me. I hope you have a great rest of the week. Even if you don't celebrate, there'll still be a daily upload of some random clip or whatever.
But we'll be back Saturday, probably doing some rivals because of the whole anniversary event. Maybe some Smite. We'll see. But thank you as always. Really appreciate everybody hanging out. And again, I apologize for the tech issues. I'll do my best to fix it. But take care. Have a good night, YouTube. Take care. Bye-bye. I said take care like 5 times. Good night, YouTube.